Sure. So I definitely suggest you invite Pranav Mistry of MIT's Media Lab. He developed a device called the Sixth Sense and a whole plethora of other devices. But I believe his focus is on human-machine interaction and how it should be fluid and not just limited to being indoors, but to take this whole computing environment and access the information outdoors, so that we can be, from an anthropological sense, walking bipedal sort of creatures. So I definitely recommend him. The other person I'd highly recommend is Amber Case. She's based out of, I believe, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and she is what you call a cyborg anthropologist, and she really understands this. Because you brought it up earlier, that this is not just an issue of technology, but I think it's really anthropology, so evolution of the human species, if you will, and she can really explain that process, which would, I think, be very additive to the discussion. So again, for Pranav, I think if there's any sort of discussion on how to design UIs or UX, that'd be something he'd be great at, and same for Amber, but more so if it's explaining the context or the trajectory and why it fits into the overall picture of human machine sort of evolution. Okay, so let me start off really. So Immersive Tech, again, is a nonprofit community hub, and what we're looking to do is bring together the fragmented industry segments, so whether that be AR, VR, gestural interface, robotics, artificial intelligence, they're all very, I think, siloed. And for something to be immersive, I think it's going to require all of these elements to come together. So we formed the community to bring together, say, researchers in academia, businesses and entrepreneurs, and citizen science to really promote the development and adoption of immersive technology. Now, my background, my degree is in economics from UCLA, and I worked in banking and then later in aerospace over at Boeing, more so on the business side of the house. So my background is just business-oriented rather than technical, and I'm leveraging that to build community. Really, my focus is on biz dev and getting the people together. And I'm looking to provide the platform and the framework for all these geniuses and smart people to collaborate. What I see immersive technology as it's an interface layer to deal with information. And when you change the interface, it really it changes the world. So right now, I'd say the trend is a lot of Web 2.0 stuff. We have a massive amount of data that we're spitting out, metadata, just information, whether it be from Twitter or Facebook, even geolocation data. That's all out there. It's an untapped resource for an information feedback loop, infosynesthesia, if you will. So to be able to understand what's around you, to be able to extend the senses, that's what I think immersive tech, and ultimately to raise self-awareness, collective consciousness, really, like I said, to know what's going on around you in real time and to be able to interact with it is I think a great application of immersive technology. Okay, well, I can break this down from some of the best case studies of immersive technology, application. I'd say from a benefiting humanity sort of standpoint, VR has been pretty promising in treatment of, say, a post-traumatic stress disorder, a PTSD. So really, by going into this immersive state or using technology to, I guess, bring about a sensation of being somewhere or something like that to that effect, you can help people to, I guess, by coaching, having a psychologist with them, coach them to be able to better deal with it. I think that's like one good application, but still very, I guess, limited, right? Mainstream Yeah, I mean, definitely. So I guess 3D movies have made a huge comeback. So I guess incorporating elements of good story and cinematography that really leverages 3D to help audiences feel just even more immersed in the storyline, I think is a great application that can be extended even to educational themes. So just depending on what the movie's content is. And lastly, uh, the gaming interface, which is just the beginning, but the whole Connect has been a major success in, or I'd start off even with the iPhone and just multi-touch technology has really opened up the distance between people interacting with machines. So what I mean is so the mouse is an abstraction of, so if I want to point somewhere, I have to use this device and do abstraction point. But whereas multi-touch is very direct, so literally, I'll just go touch whatever I see in front of me. And much in the same way, gestural interface. I mean, if I want to move something out of the way, I just motion. So I think that's a mainstream application.